Hello and welcome back, everybody. We have another Kusnick Museum and Hot Pack report. Should be the final 10, although they've been known to slip some extra packs in there. I think this is our fourth video. We usually get 10 per. By the time the video is finished, everybody's worn out and ready to go home. So there's two more in there. Newest packs are out and available. Series 3, 2025 Series 3. And they're supposed to be loaded up for 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we got 13 to get through. Let's do it. They're supposed to be loaded up with some deceased autographs, which are, obviously hard to come by. People are not signing anymore. No longer with us. Speaking of which, Yvonne Calderon on the 87 Topps Traded. Last week we had a lot of 86 Topps Traded. Here's some 87 Topps Traded, including several guys who signed through the mail. First hit is Kyle Farnsworth, the Cubs legend. Aren't they all? Cubs pitcher, Kyle Farnsworth. That's pretty cool. Dave Winfield. Alan Mills. There's Olerud's rookie card. These are 90 Topps Traded, not the 90s first debut or whatever they were called. Kevin Moss, everybody was after that card, weren't they? Candy Maldonado, Baerga, and Franklin Stubbs. Who will sign that? This hieroglyphic spirograph autograph. Mark Leiter, Rex Hudler. A lot of Angels here for some reason. Brian Anderson. Tim Naring will sign. Gar Finvold. Juan Nieves, how about that? I think he signs for $5 a pop. Ooh, another one right behind it. Jerry Nielsen, first Major League game, New York Yankees, 7/12/92. Lefty pitcher. Curtis Pride, he was deaf, wasn't he? Todd Walker, Jason Beret, Heathcliff Slocum. It's turning into Superman there. Dante Bichette, nice. Carlos Baerga, Jason Schmidt, Kevin Stalker, Matt Williams, landscape card, Bartolo Colon early in his career. Wow, rookie card maybe. Will Clark, Will the Thrill, Eck, Kusnick, and Ryan Klesko. Yeah, go, I always leave a link down to the page. Go over there and check them out. Series 3 if you want to partake. There's 91 Fleer Ultra update. Juan Guzman's rookie card. Omar the Antelope. Pete Ladd, a.k.a. Al Franken. Not Al Franken. Weird Al Yankovic. Bob McClure, Bob Tewksbury, Frank Pastore. These are the 6 Topps Traded I mentioned earlier. Fregosi looking haggard. Doc Ellis, I like that one a lot. 80 Topps Doc Ellis, former Bucco. Pitched a no-hitter on LSD. Mark Ellis. No, not that Mark Ellis, the other Mark Ellis. There's Seaver on his 86 Topps Traded. Badly airbrushed. Probably White Sox cap. Joel Davis. Steve Farr, that's who signed that one. Jeff Robinson. White Sox sticker. More 87 Topps Traded. Andy Van Dandy traded over from the Cardinals to the Pirates, where he would go on to superstardom. One of the top 5 players in the league, you might say. For a few years anyway. Sal Fasano. Royals prospect catcher. And another one, Carlos Fables. Carlos Fables. Here's Hernandez being traded over from the Mets to the Indians. Rick Sarum, you'll sign that. Bobby Cox. Brent Smith, Glenn Braggs. Kaiser, Eichhorn. That's not his rookie. No, traded. I was going to say, he's much older than that. Ranger sticker. John Mitchell. Carlton, lefty, late in his career. Glorious 329 win career. John Farrell, rookie. Draft pick with that sweet pompadour. And next up, Jeff Fassero. pitching coach, I believe. Joe Carter. Shane. Return of the Mac. Jeff Reardon. Greg Olson, the catcher. Rick Leach. I played with a Rick Leach, left-handed hitter. Not him. Expo sticker. Needing fewer. Mike Dunn, rookie. I don't think he'll sign that card. He doesn't like it. I think he was injured in a car wreck and he was all swollen and asked the Topps photographer not to use that photo, and they did anyway. Tartable's rookie. He was 86 Topps traded and 87 Topps traded. Traded from the Blue Jays to the Royals. Steve Farr again. No, I just mentioned Steve Farr because he would sign that card for us. Fed Enrique. Love the guys with glasses. On Samuel. Pascual Perez using the Soul Glow. Sandy Alomar and Greg Riddick. I have to move a little bit more quickly because we have 14 to get through, I think. John Denny. Gary Renicky. Orioles Hall of Famer. Gary Renicky, as you can tell by those stats. Clearly Hall of Famer. Dale Swaim. Dane Orge. Most mispronounced name in TTM land right there. Yorge. Kevin Mitchell. Jerry Mumphrey. Billy Sample. Sammy Stewart. No longer with us. Andy McGaffigan. I can't get his autograph. Sam Beto. We can make it together. Chuck. Eric Estrada. Chips. All-Star 1960. Chuck Estrada. No, that don't work. Let's put Doc Ellis back here. And let's put Eric Estrada right there. Chips. There's a Hall of Famer. There's potential Hall of Famer. Someday the steroid guys will get in. It's my belief. John Kruk, rookie. From Kaiser, West Virginia. Born in Charleston. Raised in Kaiser. Lou Piniella. I think that's his first manager card. Of course, he had a long and glorious career as a player. Kevin Elster on the Buccos. 1997, I believe. Tail end of his career. Tail end of a lot of players' careers with the Pirates. Scott Leyes, rookie. Bernie Williams, rookie, with those big old oversized glasses. Gary Carter. Not Jack Carter, Gary Carter. Eck. Calvin Alka-Seitzer. Terry Mike Leach. A Hawk being traded over to the Cubbies, where he won the MVP. Exposed to the Cubs. Guy Hoffman will sign. Charlie Moore. I don't know if he'll sign or not. I've got his rookie card, of course, on the 73. There's the Hall of Famer right there. Juan Encarnacion. Well, kind of rigged my camera, as you could probably tell by that blowout. Jack Savage, he'll sign Piniella with the Reds, where he's about to win a World Series. 1990, as a matter of fact, same year. Got it rigged up there. The holder broke, so I've got it rigged. Jose Guzman will sign, doing radio work for the Rangers. Bielecki, rookie card. Stillwell, rookie. Mason will sign. Got him not too long ago. Sammy Ellis on the 69. We know Badger's going to love that one. Put that so you can see it, Badger. Chris Carpenter will sign from... Oh, goodness gracious. Apologies for that as we continue on. Chris Carpenter. Chris Hammond will sign. Bob McDonald out of Randy 2 in the bush. Got 3 more packs here. More 87 Topps traded. Jerry Royster. Chris Spire. Dave Schmidt. Spanky over from the Cardinals to the Pirates. Bill Allman. There's Alex Fernandez. Great pitcher at the University of Miami. And then decent professional career. Right behind that's Chone Figgins. How about that one? Angels. Right there, Chone. Daryl Ackerfelts. Looks like Doug Ladd. Travis Fryman, John Burkett, the great bowler, Joe Colonel Klink, Randy Veras, and Matt Noakes. 2 more. Donnie Hill. Haven't sent to him. He'll sign. McLemore. Randy is ready. Barry Ain't Lions. Shelby. Rick Cerrone. Treblehorn. Reggie. Over to the A's late in his career. Ferris Fain. Philadelphia Athletics on the 53 Topps Archives. Ferris Fain and 3 Days of Rain. Hector Villanueva. Chris James Gang. Bosky. How Don't Call Me Jack Morris. Jack McDowell. Johnny McNamara. Freddie Lynn. Mikey Marshall. Ernie Witt. And Billy Gullickson. Last pack here. Thanks for staying with me. Jeff Musselman. Brian Fisher. Danny Mann from Gladden. Tony Pena. That's who he got traded for the Van Slyke and LaValliere trade. Gene Nelson. Love the beard. Steve Delino DeShields. Eric Allen Bell. Jeff Calhoun. Terry, don't call me Terry Harper. Alan Wiggins. Juris Familia, that's pretty sweet, on the first Bowman Chrome of 2010. Kevin Smallmouth Bass, Mike Harkey, Brad Kaminsk, Orlando Mercado, Lloyd Mosby, Randy Myers, no relation, Kevin Romine, Paul Sorrento, Avery's rookie, and Jeff Hewson to end the game. So what do you think? Let me know down below what you think. And I'd love to read your comments. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, we try to do something fun like this usually every Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. And if you missed last Wednesday's, search through some Kusnick Museum Hot Packs. I'll leave a link right there. Remember to look at the link in the description to go over to Joss's page, become a member of that page. You don't have to buy Hot Packs to become a member of the page, of course. Just enjoy your time over there. But thanks for being with me today, and we will see you soon.